Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Red Raiders will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Going to the running game. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Cornhuskers headed quickly to the line. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looks it in at the 40. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated. But he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Mills. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Well, they were probably thinking 4-down territory with the 3rd and short, so the quarterback is licking his chops thinking there's no way the defense is going to be thinking I'm taking a deep shot down the field right now. I've got a home run ball, but give the defender so much credit. He was ready for it, and he snags that out of the air.
Great discipline by this defense. Understanding it's 3rd and short, you might get a short concept. No. Playing the deep ball great with great discipline. I like the way he breaks on the football, gathers the interception, and gets the big 3rd down stop.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And he will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A quick pass to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. The Huskers in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands, and I think if you're on offense, you move him around, and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Runs through the tackle. Knocked off his feet.
Well, there weren't a lot of guys in the box defensively on that 2nd and long play. So you see the offensive line, they're able to get downfield, get a hat on a hat, and that helped lead to that successful play.
It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Quarterback will keep it. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, catch the defense off guard.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. And the Huskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB-designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The Huskers will hustle to the line. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we are ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Wide receiver comes in motion. Direct snap. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
We've seen this guy do it time and time again throughout his college football career. On critical down and distances, he shows up for his offense. He did right there on 4th and goal.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Duke. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for the end zone. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. It's against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. This quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across.
Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Nebraska.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Second down coming up. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on.
There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Cornhuskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Mills. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
So now it's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Mills. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space, and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice
touchdown, Cornhuskers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
one of of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. At the 35, he's got room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the...
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Moses. Buying some time. Blasted as he lets it go. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Works the middle. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Gonna let it fly. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught behind the line. It's Parker. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. To the air, it's Moses. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mills.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Huskers looking to convert on fourth down. He might want another play. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the grab past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Huskers with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Cornhuskers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Flips it out on the screen. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
Makes the catch. It's Stone. He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Looking to throw again. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. They'll move the tight end. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going for the big play. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, you know, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
That's caught. It's Parker. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
From the red zone, it's Parker. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. Takes it the other way. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got a man. It's Jones. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Barnett. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gentry. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Barnett. This one's complete. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll move the wide receiver. Right on the money. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
That makes the score. Texas Tech, 35. Nebraska, 14.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. It's complete. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Up the loose football and moves the chains.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Cornhuskers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Grab behind the line. It's Mills. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Parker. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. And the Huskers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. That's reeled in. It's Parker. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jump.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Nebraska! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Gentry. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Here's the handoff. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go with a direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Punch it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Mills. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Cornhuskers moving quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They just keep firing. He's got it. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Wants to throw on third. Quick strike complete. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time. Sails one into the middle. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense.
He smashes his way through again. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it.